Tampa Bay Rays versus Washington Nationals. In this Rays at Nationals prediction, the Rays will continue their visit to the nation's capital in an interleague matchup of two teams not heading to the playoffs this season. The Rays will be out of the playoffs for the second straight season, battling through the better part of the first 5 months before fading. The Nationals have now failed to make the playoffs every season since winning the World Series back in 2019. The pitching matchup for Game 2 will feature Rays righty Ryan Pepiot, 9-10, 3.82, going up against the Nationals' Jake Irvin, 8-9, 540. The Tampa Bay Rays arrived in D.C. on Friday night on the heels of a 2-game losing streak after dropping the final 2 games of a 3-game set in Cleveland. The Rays closed the series with a 4-3 loss in 10 innings to the Guardians. The Rays held a 3-2 lead entering the bottom of the 9th, but the bullpen couldn't make the lead hold up. Starter Dennis Rasmussen had another strong outing, allowing just 2 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings of work. Brandon Lowe provided the offensive spark with 2 hits, including a 2-run home run. The Rays head into Friday's contest 5 games under .500. They are in danger of having back-to-back losing records for the first time since the 2016 and 2017 seasons. They'll try to turn their fortunes around on Saturday with righty Ryan Pepiot on the hill. Pepiot is 9th to 10th on the season in 27 starts. That includes a solid 14 quality starts. Pepiot has allowed 126 hits in 153 innings of work, including 26 home runs. He has an ERA of 3.82 and a WHIP of 1.16, while walking 52 batters and striking out 149. The Rays have won 3 of Pepiot's last 5 starts. On the road, he is just 3-6 with a 4.50 ERA in 13 starts. The Washington Nationals are well on their way to their 6th straight losing season, all since winning the World Series in 2019. The team comes into this series after a 1-5 road trip that included a sweep in the Bronx at the hands of the Yankees. The Nationals were outscored 26-8 in the series, ending it with an 11-2 loss on Wednesday afternoon. The Nationals scattered just 6 hits on Wednesday, including a solo home run from first baseman Andres Chaparro. The home run was the first of the season for Chaparro in limited duty. The Nationals have 80 losses on the season with 29 games left to play heading into Friday night. They'll try to avoid their 4th 100-loss season since relocating to Washington back in 2005. The Nats will turn to righty Jake Irvin in Game 2 on Saturday. Irvin is 8-9 on the season in 27 starts, including 9 quality starts. He has allowed 160 hits in 148.1 innings of work. Irvin has been stung by the long ball, allowing 29 thus far. He has an ERA of 5.40 and a WHIP of 1.43 with 52 walks and 99 strikeouts. The Nationals have lost 4 of Irvin's last 5 starts. He is 2-3 on the road with a 5.08 ERA in 12 starts. The weather is expected to be warm on Saturday in D.C., which should only help both offenses and create a favorable environment for run scoring. The Rays have gone over the total in 4 of Pepiot's last 5 starts, suggesting they're capable of taking advantage of pitchers who are struggling to consistently miss bats. They'll get some good swings against Irvin, who has allowed 160 hits in 148.1 innings of work this season, showing he can be hit when batters are patient and aggressive. Additionally, Irvin is not a strikeout pitcher, meaning the ball will be in play frequently, increasing the chances for extra base hits and home runs. Expect his home run total to rise on Saturday as the Rays look to drive the ball and capitalize on his mistakes. The Nationals have also gone over the number in 3 of Irvin's last 5 starts, further reinforcing the likelihood of a high-scoring affair. Given these factors, the weather, the pitcher's tendencies, and both lineups' recent success against them, this should be an entertaining, offense-heavy game on Saturday in the nation's capital. The Rays have established a reputation as a gritty, battling team over the years, and the reputation is well-deserved. I don't expect them to go quietly into the final month of the season with a chance to avoid another losing season. The Nationals, on the other hand, will need a complete redo in the offseason and will likely be going through several changes both on the field and in the front office. They have lost 5 straight games and 4 of starter Irvin's last 5 starts. Irvin hasn't helped himself with his propensity to give up the long ball and sports an ERA well north of 5.00. Rays starter Pepiot has been solid with the team winning 3 of his last 5 starts. Expect the Rays to pick up a win to inch closer to the .500 mark on Saturday. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Rays ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. St. Louis Cardinals versus Cincinnati Reds. The St. Louis Cardinals face the Cincinnati Reds with both teams looking to improve on rocky seasons. The Cardinals are 67-69 and have the second worst record in the National League Central Division, while the Reds have a 68-67 record, and their latest skid has them a handful of games out of a wild card spot in the National League. The Cardinals are having a rough season and look poised to miss the postseason for the 3rd season in a row. Michael McGreevy will start the upcoming game, and he looks to improve on what's been a rough season as he's allowed 34 runs in 63 innings pitched. Moreover, with a .293 expected opponent batting average, a 15.4 strikeout rate, and a 4.70 expected ERA, opponents are making contact and driving in runs at will against McGreevy this season. McGreevy has struggled, but the lineup has also played poorly, scoring only 4.36 runs per game. Wilson Contreras is slashing 255/340/448 with 19 home runs and 202 total bases, while Ivan Herrera is slashing 281.360.421 with 10 home runs and 123 total bases, but the rest of the batting order has struggled. Only 4 active batters have an OPS plus over 100, and opposing pitchers can limit the top-heavy lineup as a result. The Reds are having a rocky season and hope a strong finish can put them into the wild card in the National League. Andrew Abbott is one of the bright spots on the mound as he's allowed 46 runs in 134 innings pitched while tossing 118 strikeouts. Moreover, with a .394 expected opponent slugging percentage, a 31.3 hard hit rate, and a 3.45 expected ERA, opponents are making weak contact and struggling to drive in runs against Abbott this season, making him a key factor if Cincinnati wants to remain in playoff contention. Abbott has been incredible on the mound, providing stability and strikeout ability, while the Reds lineup has stepped up to complement his dominance, averaging 4.46 runs per game this season. Elly De La Cruz has been a consistent offensive force, slashing 272/343/450 with 19 home runs and 235 total bases, while Austin Hayes contributes 266/323/449 with 11 home runs and 137 total bases, giving the middle of the order solid production. The rest of the lineup has also provided depth and balance, with TJ Friedl slashing 266/364/376 with 10 home runs and 178 total bases, and both Gavin Lux and Jake Fraley adding 11 home runs and 194 total bases combined, creating multiple threats throughout the batting order. This combination of strong pitching and a deep, productive lineup makes the Reds well-equipped to sustain offensive output while keeping games in their control, allowing Abbott to maximize his effectiveness and maintain a competitive edge over opponents. The Reds have one of their best pitchers on the mound, and this game projects to be a low-scoring affair right from the first pitch. The Cardinals will need to contend with Michael McGreevy, who has the ability to pitch multiple strong innings while limiting hard contact and keeping hitters off balance. On the other side, the Reds should be able to contain the Cardinals' offense, which averages 4.36 runs per game, behind Andrew Abbott, who has allowed just 46 runs over 134 innings pitched this season and possesses the strikeout ability to suppress scoring. Both pitchers have shown the ability to dominate lineups when executing their pitches effectively, setting the stage for a controlled, methodical game. Given the strength and consistency of these starting pitchers, along with a bullpen capable of maintaining leads, the under should easily cover, resulting in a low-scoring contest where timely hitting will be at a premium and defensive execution will determine the winner. The Cardinals look to pull off the upset, but the Reds have one of their best pitchers on the mound and are well-positioned to take control of this game at home. The Reds, who average 4.46 runs per game, should be able to drive in runs consistently against Michael McGreevy, who has allowed 34 runs in 63 innings pitched, as Ellie De La Cruz, Jake Fraley, and the rest of the lineup put together solid at-bats and make quality contact. On the pitching side, Andrew Abbott should be able to neutralize the Cardinals' offense with multiple scoreless innings, giving the bullpen a chance to preserve a lead late in the game. With a combination of timely hitting and steady pitching, the Reds are positioned to dominate both offensively and defensively, limiting scoring opportunities for St. Louis and setting themselves up for a convincing win. At home, in front of their fans, the Reds' mix of reliable starting pitching, depth in the bullpen, and a productive lineup makes them the clear favorites to secure a strong performance and come away victorious. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Reds ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Seattle Mariners versus Cleveland Guardians. It's the continuation of a series on the diamond between a pair of American League teams, hoping to build some positive momentum on the shores of Lake Erie, as the Seattle Mariners play the middle game of a 3-game set with the Cleveland Guardians on Saturday night, and Seattle won the rubber game of an interleague set with the Padres as they prevailed 4-3 at home on Wednesday. Cleveland prevailed 4-3 in 10 innings over Tampa Bay at home in the rubber game of their 3-game series on Wednesday. Seattle won for the 4th time in 6 games as they took down San Diego in their previous game Wednesday at home. The Mariners entered Friday 72-62 and stood second in the AL West, 2 games behind the Astros for the top spot. They held the final wild card spot in the American League playoff picture, 3 games ahead of Kansas City to remain in the playoff field. On Wednesday against the Padres, Seattle banged out 7 hits as Julio Rodriguez, run, and Eugenio Suarez, 2 runs, 3 RBI, each had 2 in the game. Suarez, his 42nd, went deep for the Mariners in the victory. Brian Wu, 12-7, earned the win as he threw 5.2 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts before departing. Andres Munoz allowed 1 run on 2 hits with no walks or strikeouts but recorded his 31st save. Logan Gilbert is on the bump for the Mariners on getaway day as he makes his 20th start of the year here. He is 4-5 with a 3.69 ERA, a 1.034 whip, 24 walks and 138 strikeouts over 97.2 innings of work on the year. Gilbert earned the win in his last start, which came Sunday on the road against the Athletics. He threw 6 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits with 1 walk and 13 strikeouts in a game the Mariners eventually won 11-4. In his last 3 starts, Gilbert has a 1-1 record with a 5.65 ERA, a 1.33 whip, 3 walks, and 20 strikeouts over 14.1 innings of work. Gilbert makes his 6th career start against the Guardians in this contest. He is 1-2 with a 3.67 ERA, a 1.148 whip, 4 walks, and 26 strikeouts over 27 innings of work against them. Gilbert is 1-0 with a 3.38 ERA, a 1.219 whip, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts over 10.2 innings in 2 career starts at Progressive Field. Cleveland won their 2nd straight after a 6-game slide as they downed the Rays in extra innings in the finale of a 3-game set at home Wednesday. The Guardians improved to 66-66 on the year and entered Friday 3rd in the AL Central, 10.5 games behind the Tigers for the top spot. They were 5 games behind the Mariners for the final AL wildcard spot. On Wednesday, Cleveland finished with 8 hits as Will Wilson, run, RBI, had 3, while Nolan Jones, run RBI, added a pair. Jones, his fourth, went deep in the victory for the Guardians. Slade Ciccone threw 6 innings, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits with no walks and 4 strikeouts, but didn't factor in the decision. Cade Smith, 6'5", earned the win with a 1-2-3 10th inning, striking out 1. Gavin Williams gets the ball as he makes his 27th start of the season for the Guardians in this contest. He is 8'5", with a 3.36 ERA, a 1.317 WHIP, 72 walks, and 135 strikeouts over 136.2 innings of work on the year. Williams took the loss in his last start, which came Sunday on the road against the Rangers. He threw 3.1 innings, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts in a 5-0 Guardians defeat. In his last 3 starts, Williams is 1-1 with a 5.40 ERA, a 1.54 WHIP, 6 walks and 12 strikeouts over 11.2 innings of work. Williams didn't factor in the decision in his lone career start against the Mariners, which came on the road June 13th. He tossed 4 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits with 3 walks and 1 strikeout in a 7-2 Guardians defeat. Williams is 8'12" with a 4.09 ERA, a 1.37 WHIP, 68 walks and 173 strikeouts over 154 innings of work and 30 career starts at Progressive Field. We've got an interesting matchup here as the Guardians are trying to get into a playoff spot while the Mariners are trying to hang on to theirs. Williams carried a no-hitter into the 9th against the Mets August 6th, but has sputtered since, failing to make it out of the 4th inning in 2 of his 3 starts since that point. Gilbert, like the rest of the Seattle rotation, has struggled on the road this season. Facing a Guardians squad that has had problems generating offense consistently may help alleviate that issue a bit. Additionally, Seattle's lineup has shown flashes of timely hitting and clutch performance, which could provide the extra support needed to secure a win. Seattle should come up with the victory here to keep pressure on Houston in the AL West and maintain their momentum in the playoff race. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Seattle Mariners ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Los Angeles Dodgers. On Saturday, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 66-69, 4th NL West, play the middle game of a 3-game series on the road against the National League West leading Los Angeles Dodgers, 77-57, 1st National League West. Arizona beat the Milwaukee Brewers 6-4 on Thursday and has won 6 of the last 9. The D-backs trail Los Angeles by 11.5 games in the NL West and are 6.5 games behind the 3rd and final wildcard spot in the NL. LA defeated Cincinnati 5-1 on Wednesday, completing a 3-game sweep of that series. The Dodgers have won 4 straight and lead the NL West by 2 games. Arizona will play without 10 pitchers and DH Pavin Smith. LA will play without 12 pitchers as well as position players Max Muncy, Tommy Edman, and Hye Seong Kim. The Arizona Diamondbacks are in the top 10 in 4 hitting categories. The D-backs are 3rd in slugging percentage at .438, 5th in runs scored with 667, 7th in on-base percentage at .325, and 10th in batting average at .251. Arizona traded its main power supply when sending Eugenio Suarez, 36 home runs, 87 RBIs, .424 SLG, to Seattle at the deadline. The new leader in home runs is Corbin Carroll with 27, and Geraldo Perdomo leads in RBI with 87, while Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is 2nd with 80. Arizona has 4 players with 60 or more RBI. Arizona has hit 232 doubles, 33 triples, and 186 home runs for 451 extra base hits in 135 games. On the mound, Arizona is 10th in quality starts with 52 and 24th in each of the following: WHIP at 1.33, batting average against at .255, and ERA at 4.54. Brandon Pfaadt leads the Diamondbacks in wins with 12, and Zach Gallen is the leader in strikeouts with 141. On Saturday, Arizona will hand the ball to Eduardo Rodriguez. This season, the left-hander is 5-8 with a 5.67 ERA, 1.64 WHIP, and 116 strikeouts. The Los Angeles Dodgers are in the top 6 in 4 hitting categories. LA is second in both runs scored with 694 and slugging percentage at .441, while fourth in on-base percentage at .330 and sixth in batting average at .253. Shohei Ohtani is the stats king for the Dodgers, leading in home runs with 45, RBI with 85, and hits with 141. Andy Pages is a distant second in home runs with 23, while Teoscar Hernandez is second in RBI with 77. Los Angeles has 4 players with 75 or more RBI. The Dodgers have hit 213 doubles, 17 triples, and 201 home runs for 431 extra base hits in 134 games. On the mound, Los Angeles ranks 14th in batting average allowed at .242, 17th in WHIP at 1.29, 18th in ERA at 384.08, and 23rd in quality starts with 39, showing a mix of strengths and vulnerabilities in their pitching staff. Yoshinobu Yamamoto leads Los Angeles in wins with 11, in ERA for starters with 2.90, and strikeouts with 157, highlighting his role as the staff ace. On Saturday, Los Angeles will hand the ball to Tyler Glasnow. This season, the right-hander is 1-2 with a 3.36 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, and 75 strikeouts, demonstrating solid command and strikeout ability, but he'll need to maintain consistency if the team hopes to keep opponents off the scoreboard against a lineup capable of producing runs in bunches. Arizona has lost 5 of its last 7 games played on the road, struggling to generate consistent offense and protect leads away from Chase Field. Los Angeles, on the other hand, has been red hot, winning 4 of its last 5 games overall, all 6 of its most recent home contests, and 4 of the last 6 head-to-head matchups against the Diamondbacks. Arizona starter Eduardo Rodriguez has been hit hard in his last 2 starts, surrendering 11 hits and 9 runs in just 9.0 innings, highlighting his recent inconsistency and making it difficult for Arizona to keep pace against a potent Dodgers lineup. With Los Angeles' hitters seeing good results against right-handers this month, and the Diamondbacks' bullpen struggling to bridge innings effectively, this game strongly favors the home team both on the scoreboard and for covering the run line. Over the last 4 starts, Rodriguez has given up 15 runs in 21.1 innings. Los Angeles starter Tyler Glasnow has allowed 8 runs in the last 21.2 innings. The right-hander has had just 8 appearances since April 27th. At the plate, Arizona is tough, as the Diamondbacks rank in the top 10 of 4 hitting categories, showing consistent ability to generate offense. However, Los Angeles is even more productive, sitting in the top 6 of 4 hitting categories and boasting a deeper lineup capable of big innings. Los Angeles is only 18th in team ERA, but Arizona struggles even more, ranking 24th, which could be a deciding factor. The Dodgers also have a 4.13 bullpen ERA, slightly better than Arizona's 4.73, giving Los Angeles a potential edge in close late-inning situations. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Los Angeles Dodgers ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.